Are you the kind of person that has a very timid approach towards life? Are you very soft and not outspoken, just sort of mellow and very relaxed maybe even, but shy and held back, reserved? Well, developing a little bit of an aggressive personality could make your life a lot easier. I used to be shy. I used to have anxiety and social anxiety to the degree where I could barely talk to people. And I remember the kind of pain and frustration that came with not being able to communicate what I wanted, not being able to ask for what I wanted, not being able to really set goals and accomplish anything significant in my life. And I just know how painful and frustrating it can be if you're this type of person that's just kind of passive. You just let life happen to you. You don't really demand anything because you maybe don't really feel like you're worth anything. You don't feel like you're special. You don't feel like you can make your dreams come true or that you can even get what you want. Maybe it's not even real to you. This is the case for a lot of people. It used to be the case for me that I believed my dreams could never be a reality, that it was just some distant hope. But if you start to be more aggressive, what you'll notice is that everything you ever wanted is within reach. If somebody else has done it, you can do it. They're no better or more special than you. They don't have some secret talent that you can't develop or make up for with hardcore work ethic. So when you realize that, it's kind of motivating to know that it's possible to actually develop the characteristics and become the type of person that can actually get what they want. Here's how you do it. First of all, start setting goals. Aggressive goals. Not the goal of, maybe I can talk to one person today. Not the kind of goal of, I hope I can make an extra $100 this week. But the kind of goal that gets you inspired and motivated to actually take some real action. That's what most of us are missing in our lives. And we don't realize that we're not really productive or doing anything cool or anything that's significant or fun with our lives simply because we don't have any aim. And you can't hit a goal or a target that you can't reach or that you can't see. You can't reach it if you can't see it. So the moment that you put it down, preferably on paper or even digitally, and you have it in front of you, it becomes a lot more real. And it becomes a lot more attainable because now you've actually worded it in a simple way that you could keep looking at, you could keep rewriting it every day if you really want to get aggressive. And then you have something measurable that you're actually working towards. If you're timid and held back and reserved and anxious, it's very unlikely that you've been doing this. It's highly likely that you've just been going with the stream. Whatever happens, happens, and some days are good, some days are bad. Hopefully it will work out. But the moment that you make this switch, the moment that you start to actually set some real goals and targets, everything changes. The first thing for me was to overcome my social anxiety. So I set a goal of talking to somebody new every single day, saying hello. That was enough. And I did it every day without exceptions, even on the weekends. So when you have a real clear-cut goal, it's a lot easier to start to actually hit something that you like. And when you get momentum, guess what? You start to believe in yourself. You start to think, wait, I did that. That means I could probably do more. There's something else that I wanted to do, but I didn't used to think that it could be a real thing. Well, maybe now I can go for it. I remember following the path that society had cut out for me, going to school, trying to get a degree or a decent job. And I dropped out, started to pursue my own business, and became very successful at it. And I highly enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I do it every day, and I wake up with a smile on my face. I get to help people live their dream. When I started to actually work towards that, I was just very soft in my approach. I was just putting out something, hoping that somebody would maybe see me, maybe something would go my way. And it's this wish, hope, and pray for philosophy that actually needs to disappear from your life. So becoming more aggressive in this way will actually lead to real results. Say you did want to start a new relationship and you want to find somebody that you actually really like and fall in love and, go on a date and finally really experience that love and connection that you might have been searching for. Well, you have to actually set a goal for it. I went to the UK as an exchange student when I was about 17 years old, and I set the goal that I'm gonna find the love of my life here, and I'm gonna bring her back to Norway with me. And I did. I met her, and she fell in love with me. Guess what? Lived happily ever after, right? We've been together for about 5 years at this point as I'm shooting this video. So what that says is that not only is it possible to achieve a goal that you actually want, it's actually highly likely. But before that, I always longed for having somebody that I really connected with, that I really loved. Just never met them. Met a bunch of girls, but never really connected. Never really felt like it was my soulmate. There it was, because I asked for it. Are you actually asking for what you want? Are you actually setting that goal and then following up on it? Because if you do, you're being aggressive and you will get what you want. If you do that, you will achieve it. It's actually that simple. But people don't believe it. They say, oh, well, I don't feel like that because I always wish that I had this thing and I never got it. Well, that's very different because you're hoping. You're exerting your energy towards this idea of what you want versus actually trying to get it. And there's a huge difference and a very big gap in the result and in the approach. When you're hoping, it's a lot like, well, if I could only. When you're setting a goal, it's how do I? How will I make this happen? That's the switch I want you to make. If you've been soft, timid, weak in your approach towards life, the only switch you really gotta make is from the philosophy of, please, could I just please get this, to how do I get this? How can I attain this? How is this possible? How can I pull it off? How can I actually make it happen? Because it's definitely possible to make it happen. Other people have done it. You can too. But you've got to make that decision where you say, 100%, I'm sure that I want this in my life. Now, what do I have to do to get there? And take a step every day. If it's about defeating the social anxiety, you talk to somebody new every day. If it's about building the business, you put something of value out there every single day. You work on it every day. You don't just say you want to make $1 million and then sit on the couch and watch Netflix. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You gotta say you want it, sure. But then you gotta figure out how do you get it and then take those steps. And by the way, all the information is out there. Everything. Anything you could ever want in your life, the information is out there and it's free. You literally just have to type it into Google or YouTube, which is maybe even how you found this video. So you can get whatever it is that you want. The formula is there. The approach has been laid out 1,000,000 times. We live in the digital information age, and it's almost information overload. Now it's just about taking action on it and actually working on it and making it a daily practice and making it into a habit. Being aggressive and getting what you want in life is about having this be a ritual, not a thing you do every once in a while, because that won't change your life. Having it be something that's a part of who you are. When I finally lost over 30 kilograms of fat and went from about 90 plus kilos to 60 something kilos, what happened wasn't that I just decided that, this weight probably needs to go. It was a lot more that my values changed and I decided, well, this isn't working for me anymore. I need to lose this. So workout became part of my everyday routine. Eating healthy became part of my everyday routine. I didn't just set the goal and say, oh yeah, I just want to lose all this weight. And now, time for some chips or crisps, wherever you are in the world. Or time for some chocolate. No! Time to eat so many calories that I'm gonna put on some more weight. Obviously not. Time to do the right thing over and over and over again. And that's boring. That's why most people will never make it. That's the part where 95% will fall off. But if you want to live a happy life, if you actually want to get the most out of this thing, which I encourage you to do because you get one shot, you might as well take it, then you're going to have to actually follow through on a day-by-day basis. That's where I've come in for a lot of people and coached them personally and held their hand through the process. I love doing that. But even if you're trying to do it by yourself, I think it's just so important to understand that to be successful, It really just is about doing it every day. It really just is a simple practice. And when you put in the time and time again, what will happen for you is that you will inevitably reach your goals. And when you have this aggressive approach towards life, pretty much anything you want is coming your way.